And I think we are live. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Apologies for being a few minutes late. The game took a bit longer to set up this morning. I was going to do it last night and then didn't. I thought I'll do it in the morning. And then 10 minutes ago, I wasn't dressed. So yes, I've managed to get dressed in time and we are ready to go. I need to be that way a bit, don't we? Yes, Aeon's End, 3-player. I'm joined today by Rick and John. Hello, Rick and John.
Hello.
Good morning.
Now that's where you're supposed to both talk at the same time and then stop because the other one's talking. And then we have that usual, no, you go, you go.
We've got used to it now.
You got used to it. I said Rick and John.
This for a long time.
And that's the order in which you said hello. So yes, good morning. Now, John, you're a big Aeon's End fan.
I am huge.
I remember when we first met, you were playing this game, I think, in the bar at Handycon. And I was like, what's that?
Most likely, yes. Yes, because, oh God, yes, that particular game was one of the most fractious games I've ever played for a co-op game.
Now, I'd never played Aeon's End at that point, but you and a number of other people had told me about it. And then I did look into it and I was like, this looks brilliant. Because I like deck building as a mechanism in games, but I do have an issue with the deck building games where it is play all and you can't keep cards from one turn to the next. Because for me, they tend to be the luck of the draw, whether you get the combo or not. Now, Aeon's End, for those who don't know, fixes that problem in a couple of ways. For a start, you have a fixed starting hand. And whenever you play a card, whenever your cards go to your discard pile, you can put them in whatever order you want. And when your deck runs out, you don't reshuffle your discard pile. It's the only game I know where you don't reshuffle your discard pile when your deck runs out. What you do is you flip your deck over. Therefore, you can actually queue up the card combos in your discard pile and you will get them in that order. And it's
a really hard habit to break, actually.
It is. And it's a cooperative game and the theme's nice and it just plays really nicely. I think I have gone on record and said, this is my favourite cooperative deck building game. I think I've gone on record and said that. I might have to go back and say that. You've definitely said
good.
That.
We did Legacy, didn't we, Paul? We did all of that together.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
I say to people, Legacy is the best way to start to learn the game.
Yeah,
and actually, the two new sets are probably better now than coming in from the beginning, but for reasons.
Yeah,
we can talk about that later.
If you are interested in Aeon's End, there is a Legacy version of the game, and as John says, that is the best way to start because in Aeon's End, each of us play what's called a Breach Mage, and we are fighting against a particular nemesis. Today, we've chosen to play the Carapace Queen, and Aeon's End has loads and loads and loads of expansions. We're playing base game today. Absolute base game. Everything you see here is from the base game. We have 3 base game Breach Mages, base game Nemesis, all base game. If we continue to do these and do more of them over time, we will start including more expansion stuff. I have a huge box full of expansion stuff. But Aeon's End Legacy takes you right back to the start. So instead of including all of the full rules of the game, it actually gradually teaches you the rules as you go along. And by the end of Aeon's End Legacy, your character has developed to a point where it is the equivalent of a character in this game. So yeah, it's the best way to learn, definitely. Anyway, let's jump in. I'm playing Mist. Rick, you're playing Jan. If that's how you want to pronounce it. Jian. John, you're playing Kadir.
I am.
We've got players 1, 2, and 3. We've got the Nemesis, which is the Carapace Queen. So let's read the bit of flavour text.
We're to be ladies, aren't we, against the Queen? Now look at it.
I think we are. Carapace Queen. The Carapace Queen, the mother of husks, the swarm daughter. All these dread names we have chosen in our vain attempts to comprehend this creature. But of all the nameless, the Queen has brought the most ruin upon Gravehold. For her armies are vast and lethal, more clockwork things than beasts. There is a saying about the husks, to kill one is to breed 6. Only when the Queen retreats through the void do they relent, left to twitch and expire on the cave floor among the bodies of those they have overcome. After each siege, weeks are spent shoveling up the metallic scraps which are carried deep into the bowels of the caves. There they are heaped in formless piles, their countenances unchanged in death beyond their stillness and dim eyes. Right, so we are placing the Carapace Queen. To set up, we use the Husk track. So this extra track that you see here, this is unique for the Carapace Queen. And we have 2 husks in play. And I've noticed when it says to the bottom, 13 plus husks, the players lose. So we don't want to have that.
Yeah, it's all about husk control.
60 life. And I've just realised we don't have the life for Gravehold. So Gravehold is the place that we're trying to protect. Gravehold has, is it 30 life?
Yeah.
And if Gravehold loses all of its life, we lose the game. Which one of these are we going to have for Gravehold? That one.
Yeah.
30 life.
Yeah. So over the years, Aeon's End has added a lot of mechanics in, which you learn all of in the Legacy set, but in the base set, very few of them are actually there. It's quite straightforward.
So things like silence and things like that, they were included as part of other expansion sets, but they are introduced in Aeon's End.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, the other cool thing I like about this game is that when your character, in normal cooperative games like this, when your life goes to 0, you're out. You're eliminated. You no longer take part in the game. That's not the case in Aeon's End. We'll get to that when it happens, but am I right in thinking, John, that you're exhausted, but you can still do stuff?
You can play on as exhausted. You have some abilities, but yeah, cross that bridge if we have to. I've actually found that once somebody's exhausted, the other two players don't last much longer anyway. But yes, there's no player elimination in that.
There is no player elimination. Right. Okay. So we're going to jump in. This is not designed as a tutorial. I have done a tutorial and playthrough on this. So if you are interested in learning how to play with me, teaching you how to play, go and check out my other video, which is a tutorial and playthrough. Today is just going to be a playthrough, and we're going to start. We've got our starting hands. I've got my hand here. Rick and John have got the game set up at their end to mirror what's going on here. They will, when it's their turn, they will be playing cards, and I'll just be playing cards. They're going to manage their own decks. So we have a turn order deck. This consists of one for each of us, a wild one, which is what you use in a 3-player game, and then 2 Nemesis cards. Basically, no matter what the player count, you always have 4 player turns and 2 Nemesis turns. So in a 3-player game, it's 1 for each and a wild one. And when the wild one comes out, we choose who gets to take a turn. Right, if we're all ready, I'm going to reveal the first card, which is wild. There you go. Right. John, you're the most experienced of us. Do you want to start us off and take a turn? John's gone on mute. We can't hear you, John.
Yep, sorry about that. I'll leave it off mute now.
There you go.
I was having a coffee.
So I'm going to zoom in on your area. There we go.
Yep.
And then you sort of tell me what you're going to play.
Yep. Prepper Spark is pretty standard first turn. Prepper Spark on
into the open breach.
Number 1.
Yep.
Now I've got an Emerald Shard, which is a gem, or anybody could get a life if anybody had taken damage, but no one's taken damage.
This. I'm trying to think where I might put your cards down at the bottom. There you go. So you're playing an Emerald Shard. That works.
Emerald Shard, and then 3 crystals. So I've got a total of 4 to spend. And I'm actually going to buy Sifter's Pearl.
What's the currency called again? Ether?
Ether.
Yeah. Ether.
One of those things, isn't it? Ether.
Ether. Yeah.
So you can use the Emerald Shard to either gain an Ether or
I could heal a life, but you can never go over your maximum. So
you never go over your starting amount. Right, okay. So you've basically got 4 Ether, and then you can buy stuff from the market. Now, another cool thing about this game is, like a lot of these games, there is a market that is 9 cards. It's a combination of gems, relics, and spells. There is certain restrictions on how many of each you can have. But one of the cool things about Aeon's End Legacy is that you can, if you want to, randomize the market at the start. So you get a random set of cards. Or, one thing that I do like about the game is that you actually, as a player, or as players, you choose what cards go in your market, because there are certain cards which are better against certain nemesis. So John has been putting in the work ahead of the game today, and has decided which of the 9 cards start in our market. So which one of those are you going to buy?
This is a fairly general market. I was thinking about Sifter's Pearl, but actually, as I've got 4, rather than waste 1 straight away, I'm going to buy a Diamond Cluster.
Right. Now, bought cards, remind me, go straight to your discard pile?
Straight to your discard face up.
Right. Whereas the cards that you've played this turn do not go to your discard pile.
They're in the tableau,
until the end of your turn, and then they go there.
Yep.
In whatever order you want. But
that's
the cards
actually
that
quite
you buy,
important.
Yeah. The cards that you buy go straight to your discard pile.
Yep. And there are abilities.
It's limited, isn't it, as well? Number of cards.
Yes.
Market is limited. Market is so I've taken 1 out of my market. So
yes, it is what it is. The market. So, yes. And some cards are more. I mean, generally, I think you get 4 of some and 6 of others, but some are more limited than others. So the Diamond Cluster face down.
7 gems. I think it's 5 relics and I think it's 5 spells. Or 4 spells.
I think that
5.
changes with some of the later sets.
Oh, right, okay.
But only for some cards. You throw me. Yes, I've got my diamond cluster face down. That's all 4 of mine. I'm going to put the... Yep.
Oh,
so
yes, because you...
face up. Put it down in my discard. It's face up in the discard.
Face up in the discard, right.
Yeah, because you separate it. I'm then going to put my emerald shard on top of it, and then the 3 crystals.
Yeah, so it's the end of John's turn, so he's choosing to put that card there, and then that card there, and then Johnny's going to draw the remaining 5 cards from his deck, which is those 5. Right, okay. Turn 1 is done. I should probably put that there, actually. Turn 2 is player number 2, Rick.
Hey, right, nice and easy. Again, I'm going to prep 2 sparks. I've got 2 open breaches.
Yeah, your character starts with 2 open breaches, doesn't it? So you're going to prep a spark into there, prep a spark into there.
Yeah, then I've got a moonstone shard, which is gain an ether, but gain an additional one that can only be used to buy a gem.
Right.
And 2 crystals. Again, gets me 4, so I'm going to buy a diamond crystal cluster as well.
Right, okay.
Going to discard diamond cluster. Put a moonstone shard on top of the diamond cluster, and then the 2 crystals. Yeah,
fairly standard start. Okay. There you go. I might just have to shuffle them over a little bit. Okay, right. Next, we have player number 1, which is me. Right, well, maybe a little bit similar. Have we got a zoom in for me? We do. So I'm going to prep a spark into there. And that's another cool thing with this game is the spells in this game, you cannot just cast from your hand. You have to prep them into an open breach or a breach that you have focused that turn. And then they actually cast at the start of your next turn before you get to do all of the other stuff. Right, so I have a Garnet Shard. So my special starting card, unique to me, is cast any player's prepped spell. Now, we don't really need to do this right now, do we?
Oh, no, I mean, it's up to you. You can either spend it or use it. Now, that one is quite useful to use straight away because the sparks, because Rick and I both have sparks prepped. So you could and do damage straight off.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if there was an enemy in play right now that had 1 life and we needed to kill it before it got to do something.
There's 2 husks.
Oh, the husks. I've not actually really. So what do the husks do?
So yes, the husk. This game is about husk control. We don't want lots of husks.
Right.
Each husk as a minion has 1 life.
Oh yeah, when a husk is placed into play, put it in the next available space. When the player deals damage to a husk, that player may suffer 1 damage to distribute the damage dealt over multiple husks. Oh, so if you dealt 2 damage, it would kill 2 husks.
Take out more husks.
When Carapace Queen has 15 husks in play and must place another one, Gravehold suffers a damage instead. Right. And when Carapace Queen swarms, which will happen at certain times, we resolve an effect based on how many husks there are. Right, okay. In which case, I'll do something different. So I am going to play Garnet Shard as a gem to cast any player's prepped spell. It's your choice. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. So
no, it doesn't.
Who wants to cast a prepped spell? I'm going to cast Rick's spell.
So if you want to use one of yours,
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Rick's spell.
That goes face up on his discard pile.
Face up on the discard pile. I deal a damage. I kill one of the husks.
Yep.
And that card is not in my discard pile yet. That card is still in my played area.
It's in your display in front, yeah.
Yeah. I then have 3 crystals, which I'm going to use to buy a Sifter's Pearl. Don't know what it does, but we'll find out when it comes out. Right, so that goes there. I am then going to put those cards into my discard pile like so. And that is my go done. Okay, right. Card number 4 is the Nemesis. So when it's the Nemesis's turn, we first of all resolve all of the Nemesis cards, if there were any, which they're not, and then we draw a new card. Is that right?
Yep.
Now these cards are tiered. So we have tier 1 cards on top, then tier 2, then tier 3. Within each tier, it's a combination of the basic cards that come with the game and special cards for the particular Nemesis that we're playing against. Right, okay, so we draw 1 card, and it is, let me zoom in on this one, it is Slaughter. It's an attack card. So basically attack cards do what they say on them and then go to the discard pile. Right. So we have Unleash, and Unleash, according to Carapace Queen, is put 2 husks into play.
Yes, so you see why I said this is about husk control.
Yes, so that goes there, that goes there. And then Gravehold suffers 3 damage.
Boo.
So Gravehold goes down to 27.
Poor Gravehold, though, but no, they're spoilers.
There you go. Right. And that's that card done. So that goes to the discard pile, and that's it. That's the Nemesis turn is done. Next turn.
Yeah.
Player number 3.
Hey.
It's me. So first player action is obviously cast any prep spells, which I have a prep spell.
In fact, I'm not going to change camera too much. There we go. So start of your turn, you cast this, goes to your discard pile, you deal 1 damage, which you could deal to the Nemesis, because the idea of the game for us is to kill the Nemesis. But you're going to deal it to Husk, I guess.
Yes, so that's the thing. Yeah, let's take Husk out. Let's keep it down to 1 row if we can. But we do need to remember to damage the Nemesis.
Yes.
Because yes, you can forget that. So this turn is a bit more straightforward. So I'm going to prep a Spark, which gives me 3 crystals. Now, I could spend. Oh, I could focus a breach to put another Spark down.
Yeah.
Or I could buy a Sifter's Pearl. And actually, I'm going to buy a Sifter's Pearl.
So this spell is going to, because the other thing that I like about this game is that you don't have to discard cards that you don't use. You could keep this card in hand. So you're going to spend your 3 crystals to buy a Sifter's Pearl.
I'm going to spend the 3 to buy a Sifter's Pearl.
Yeah. Are you then going to keep the Spark in hand?
You don't actually have a choice, do you?
I thought you...
Oh, you can discard.
I've got it wrong?
Let me just check. You can discard, yeah.
I think you can choose... No.
Yeah,
hang
you
on
can discard. You can discard. It says it. I've got the rules in front of me.
We've played so many games like this, I can never remember. What's the game where you can't voluntarily discard cards in your hand at the end?
Is that the Harry Potter one? No.
Could be. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Hang on, I'm just checking now.
Yeah, we're just going to double check this.
It's been a while. I've never...
Player setup, turn sequence, player turn, casting phase, we've done that. Main phase, draw phase. Keeping all unplayed cards in hand.
Yeah, you do keep it. Yep.
You keep it. So this is the game.
That's what
you cannot choose to voluntarily.
Which is why you can burn cards. That's what I wanted to double check. Right. So
the difference is crystals. You could play them and not use the ether.
You could always, you could always use your ether if you want to, because you can buy charges, and we'll come to charges in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just 3 crystals on top of the Sifter's Pearl.
3 crystals on top of the deck. The Spark stays in hand, and now John's deck is empty. So what happens now is his discard pile is actually turned over and goes there, and then John's going to draw 4 cards, which is going to go into his hand to refill his hand back to 5.
And I can't tell you what they are yet, so you'll have to fish them out.
No. So I'm not going to completely recreate John's deck. I will just play his cards when he says they're being played.
Yep.
Right. James is asking in the chat, can you play this true solo, or is it better two-handed? You can play it true solo, but like a lot of these games, I think it's the way that the players can interact with each other that makes the game come to life. But
and that goes for the Steam app as well. The Steam app, you can actually play with however many mages you want. So
right. Okay, so the last card, we know what this one is. It is the Nemesis. The Nemesis doesn't have any cards in play, so there's nothing to resolve. And then we draw a new card. And we've got Skewer. So again, Unleash, which is 2 more Husks into play. So we're now on the 2nd row. Followed by any player suffers 3 damage and draws a card. Now.
Okay. So who wants to draw a card, basically?
Well...
We're all on the same at the moment, so
I mean, I don't mind taking it. I'll take it. So I take the 3 damage. I can't draw a card because my deck's empty.
So you flip your deck over.
At this point, I flip my deck over, and I am going to maintain my own deck, and then I draw a card. Right. Okay. And that's it. That is the end of the first sequence through these cards.
Does that mean you should now have 6 cards in hand?
I have 6 cards in hand. Yeah. What we now do is we now shuffle these turn order cards. And yes, Monica says, the first cards you discard come up first. Yeah, exactly. And as I say, you can stack combos. So if you've got 2 cards that combo together, you put them into your discard pile together, and then they will come out together.
And that's one of the reasons why you keep the cards in hand, because you can always build the combo in your hand.
Yes.
Ready to go into the discard.
Yeah, right. Okay, off we go. It is player number 1, which is me. Right, I have 6 cards in hand. Start of my turn, I'm going to cast this Spark. So that goes into my discard pile. That's going to do 1 damage to that Husk. Take that Husk. Right, I then have these cards, including the new one that I bought. So this is the new gem that I bought, and like all of these games, cards that you buy from the market are better than the ones that you generally start with.
And
so I'm going to play this. Really Sifter's Pearl. Gain 2 ether, and also each player reveals the top card of their deck and either discards it or returns it to the top of their deck. So I'll let you two do that. You don't have to tell me what you're doing, but look at the top card of your deck and then either put it in your discard pile or put it back on top of your deck. So I'm going to look.
I've actually discarded mine. It was a crystal.
And I'm gonna put mine back on top of my deck because I want it there. Right. I mean, that's 2 ether.
We've got a lot of basically junked up hands. So cycling the crystals and the sparks is quite useful.
Is good. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus a breach. Okay. So you've got 4 breach. Each mage has 4 breaches at the start of the game. They start in a combination of open or closed depending on the mages. They're all slightly different. This is how mine have started. And you pay to rotate these breaches until they become open. So to focus a breach costs this. To focus this breach costs 2, and then I would rotate it like that. And then to open it, it would cost another 2. Now, a couple of quirks about breaches is you can put spells into open breaches. You can always do that, but you can also prep a spell into a breach which you have focused that round. So even if you don't open the breach, as long as you've focused it that round, you can prep a spell in it. However, what I'm going to do is I am going to... Oh, and the later breaches are actually better in terms of... Or certainly the breach 4 is better.
They have abilities, yeah. It depends on who you are. Some different mages have different breaches.
Yeah. So I'm just going to use the 2 ether that I've got from the Sifter's Pearl to focus breach number 2. Now, I could have spent 3 to open it straight away, but I'm just going to focus it because now I can prep a spell into there. I can prep a spell into there, and I've still got 3 crystals left, which I will use to buy another Sifter's Pearl.
Yeah.
So I'll buy
it's
the
worth
Sifter's
saying
Pearl, which goes there.
That one, you forgot to cast your spell?
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
So you had... Okay, so what I was going to say is the difference between the two, of course, is that you can leave the spark in the open breach as long as you like.
That's it. But a spell in a closed breach
must
be cast. Yes, yeah, thank you. Yeah, and that's the other cool thing. You do not have to cast the spells in open breaches. Most of the time you want to, but there are definitely situations I've come across where you want to keep it. Right, I am done. We have 3 husks on the husk track. I have 2 prepped spells, and it is the next turn. It is number 2.
All of my number 3 open breaches in my box have +1 damage on them, whereas only Kadir's one on yours.
Right. In which case, yeah, I'm using the wrong 3 breaches. These are from a different version of the game.
Yeah.
Leave that with me. I will sort that out.
Yeah, I think in the base set all the mages are the same.
Yeah. I think that's from Legacy.
Yeah.
There you go. So any prepped spell in a 3 or 4 breach actually deals an extra damage if the breach is open.
Yep.
So first thing I'm going to do is cast my spark and get rid of a
So
husk.
You cast your spark. That goes there. Get rid of a husk.
And then in my deck I'll go prep 2 sparks.
Okay, right. I've sorted that out. So you're going to prep 2 sparks. Yep.
And then I've got 3 crystals, which I'm going to buy a Sifter's Pearl with.
Right, okay. So that goes onto your discard.
And then 3 crystals.
And 3 crystals onto your discard. Right, okay. Next player. Wild.
If we use me or you, Paul, we can get rid of both those husks.
Yeah.
Before the Carapace Queen's turn.
That is a very good point. So it should be me or Rick. I'm happy for it to be you, Rick.
I could give it a go.
Yeah, based on what I've got in my hand. Yeah. Okay, so you basically get another go.
Yeah, cool.
So you cast these 2.
Ping, ping.
Yeah, that's them gone. And then, yeah, I've now lost track of your deck, so I'll just do what you tell me to do.
Okay, so I'm going to prep another spark.
Okay.
I've got another one. Only the one this time. And then I've got the diamond cluster, a moonstone shard, and 2 crystals. So I can get up to 6 to buy another gem with.
So you're playing the diamond cluster, which is gain 2, But if this was the second time that you've played a diamond cluster this turn, get an additional 2.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to buy another diamond cluster.
You want to stack those together, basically.
So that's 2. You got your Moonstone Shard, which is 1 plus an extra 1 if you buy a gem.
Yeah, so I'm going to use those 2 to buy a diamond cluster.
A diamond cluster. Yeah.
And then spend the other 2 for a charge.
Right, charges. So we've not come on to charges yet, but one of the things that every Breach Mage can do is spend 2 ether to buy a charge. And the charges, you see here, Rick has 4 spaces for charges. It's basically a special ability unique to that Breach Mage that once it's fully charged up, you can then use it. Whereas John's requires 5 charges, mine requires 5 as well. So there you go, you have bought 1 charge.
Yeah, and obviously I'm going to put the diamond cluster on top of the other diamond cluster.
Yeah, there you go. So
again,
what we were saying earlier on, Rick has created that combo himself by putting those cards together into the discard pile. Right, okay, next card is player number 3.
I am up. So first thing to do, obviously, is... Oh, I'm actually going to get to disappointed damage.
You are. So you deal a point of damage, and because there are no husks in play, we actually deal a point of damage to the Nemesis. 59 to go.
Yep.
Doing well.
Right, okay, so I can then prep up another spark in the open breach.
The game does get harder as it goes on. It escalates nicely.
Yeah, so, and then I'm putting down a diamond cluster, an emerald shard, and 2 more crystals. Now, with the emerald shard, it's either an ether or I can decide to give a player a life. So I'm actually going to give you one of your lives back, Paul.
Oh, thank you very much.
That leaves me 4 to spend.
Sounds like another diamond cluster to me.
It does sound like another diamond cluster to me. So I should buy a diamond cluster.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to stack them diamond cluster on top of the diamond cluster.
Yeah.
Emerald shard and 2 crystals.
Okay. Right. Sorted. Just make sure. I think this is your... Yeah, I think that's yours. Let's not get your deck confused with my deck.
No,
right.
You don't want to do that.
We have 2 Nemesis next, I think. Yeah, because we've all had our go, so we know that it's going to be 2 Nemesis turns, one after the other, which can sometimes be very bad.
Which can be very bad.
Okay. No cards in play yet. We've been very lucky with the cards in play.
Well, we'll see.
So we have Hatch. Now, this is a card specific to the Carapace Queen. Place a husk into play for each turn. Order card in the turn. What? Place a husk into play for each turn order card.
How many cards in the turn order discard?
5.
So we put 5 husks into play.
Oh, man.
Remember what I said about husk control?
Yeah.
Wow, we got it down to naught, so that's good. If we had 3 or 4 there at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay.
Possibly need to buy some combat spells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next right. But that's that done. Yeah. Okay. Thankfully, nothing else happens. But then we reveal a second card, and we've got another Nemesis, and this time it is Eye of Nothing. So there's 3 types of cards in the deck. All you've seen so far is the attack cards, which basically do something and then go to the discard pile. But what we have here is we have a power card. So what happens with this power card, and this is one of the most common mistakes made in this game when people are playing it, is we actually don't do anything with it right now. We put 2 power tokens on it, because it says power 2. And then, on future Nemesis turns, we remove a power token, and once all the power tokens have gone, that's when it has its effect. We basically have a bit of time to try and get rid of this, and to get rid of it, we have to spend 6 ether. Now, that's on one of our turns.
Yeah, so one player has to spend 6 if they can. I don't think any of us can do that yet.
No.
Well, if I get both of those
the 2 diamond clusters might do it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. We are all done. Second time round through the cards. So, now, when does the Carapace Queen swarm? We've not had that yet, have we?
No, we haven't. It'll be a card.
Russ has just joined in. Morning, Russ. Thank you for joining in. Off we go then. Third time round through the cards, and we have a wild.
Right.
So, who's not had an extra turn? Me.
You, yeah.
So shall I
You've
go?
got 2 sparks.
Yeah, you go.
Well, yeah, I have 2 sparks. So yeah, I'll take a go. So I'm going to cast my 2 sparks. That's going to get rid of those 2 husks.
Yeah.
I'm then going to prep another spark. I am then going to play a garnet shard to get John, you can cast your spell, or I'm going to cast your spell. So that's your spark gone to your discard pile. That's got rid of another husk.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play 3 to buy another Sifter's Pearl. And then that's going to go there, that's going to go there, and that is me done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right.
Yeah, the danger about those power 2s is that all it could take is 2 Nemesis turns in a row and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Without us having a chance.
Yeah. Lord Vader is in the chat and said Carapace Queen is quite a strenuous opponent to defeat. Well, that's good. What we want for a Sunday morning. Bit of stress.
Yeah, we need to get some things like the Essence set out.
Play number 2. Yeah, we've not bought any of these other market cards yet. We've been buying the gems to build up our ether generation.
Yep.
I've got 6 on my next turn, just so you know.
Okay.
So as long as I have a go before 2 Nemesis goes, we can get rid of that power card.
Or do, but do we want to? But anyway, yes, let's
Right, Spark's going to ping off and get rid of a husk.
Yeah.
I'm going to prep another Spark.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What you're going to buy for 5? Are you going to go and buy something other than a gem?
Potentially.
Now, if you notice about Lava Tendril, and the reason why I put that in is that while it's prepped, it does a point of damage.
Every
nice.
turn.
Every turn while it's sitting there.
Like an ongoing Spark.
You're going what?
Well, I'm just thinking it's like an ongoing Spark.
It's an ongoing spark.
Oh, an ongoing spark. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, because as you say, you can put that into an open breach, not cast it, and just leave it there.
And it keeps taking out a husk each turn, yes. But it also does 3 damage when you want to use it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've also got our relics as well.
We do?
We haven't looked at yet either. Decisions. Right, first thing, well, I'm using a Sifter's Pearl, so each power reveals the top card of the deck and returns to the top of the deck or discards it.
Oh, so we're doing that now?
Yeah.
Because you've played Sifter's Pearl.
You've done Sifter's Pearl, so we get to look. I don't have a deck, which means I need to flip my deck over.
Yeah, I don't have a deck either, so I flip my deck over.
It's a crystal which is going into discard.
I've got a spark. I'm going to get rid of it. Yeah. Okay.
I got 5 to spend. I'll buy a Lava Tendril then.
Okay, so Lava Tendril goes to there. And
you're wasting one.
Cards in your discard pile.
Yeah.
Right, next player is Nemesis. So we remove one of the power tokens, and then we draw a new card. And the new card is... we have the 3rd type of card. So this is a minion. A minion basically is going to stay in play, and it's going to continue to do its persistent ability, not this turn, but on all future turns, until we kill it. And it's basically got 5 life.
Wow.
Yeah. It takes a damage every time it does something as well, but
this one does,
better to weaken it before that as well.
We need to kill that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's the Nemesis done. So let's see what we've got. It is player number 3.
Okay. I have nothing prepped. So I will prep up a spark. And the rest of my hand is a Sifter's Pearl and 3 crystals.
So you don't have the 6?
No.
Okay.
So I've got a total of 5, unfortunately.
Well, I do get Sifter's Pearl, so we all get to...
So we'll do the 5th Sifter's Pearl, and that's the spark which I'm discarding.
Yeah, crystal.
Right. 5. I think weaponry is a good idea. I'm going to take the Essence. Oh. Actually, no, I'm going to take the Oblivion Swell.
Oblivion Swell, right. So that goes... You spend 5, and that goes to your discard pile.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So anybody watching this who doesn't know the game will have seen that when Rick and John played the Sifter's Pearl, I looked at the top card of my deck and it was a Spark, which is a good card. we've been using sparks. We've been using them to kill the husks. But I've been discarding them. Why have I been doing that? Is because every card that I've been adding to my deck since the start of the game is a better card. So by milling, not milling, but by cycling through those cards, I'm getting to the better ones earlier. That's my thinking anyway.
Yeah.
Right. You're all done?
Cross.
It's worth saying.
It is the Nemesis, unfortunately. So, okay, so the Eye of Nothing, the power token gets removed.
But nothing happens yet.
Yeah. As soon as the last power token is removed.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
So it unleashes twice, which is basically 4 husks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that card goes. And now the next card in the sequence is the Haze Spewer. So Gravehold suffers damage equal to this minion's current life.
Which is 5.
Ouch.
So down to 22. And then this minion suffers 1 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Now.
And then we get a new card. And it is an Endless Throng. So we have our first swarm. So Carapace Queen swarms, at which point we look at the husk track. And it says 4 to 6 husks. Any player discards a prepped spell. Place 2 husks into play.
Ow.
Now that's
Has
not
anybody
too
got
bad.
anything better than the spark?
No.
In which case it doesn't matter. I'll get rid of mine. It's fine.
Okay, so John's getting rid of his spark. And 2 more husks go into play. Okay, so yeah, the husks are starting to grow. And the last card in the stack is me. Right, okay, so I have, first of all, 2 Sifter's Pearls. So if you each want to do the Sifter's Pearl thing... First of all, I cast a spell, thank you.
It's all right. Everybody does
that. I'm going to cast it to get rid of the husk first, because that removes it from that row. So there's only now 6 husks in play. Right, double Sifter's Pearl. So you can both do that twice. Look at the top card of your deck. Choose to cycle it if you want to.
Which I've done, and I'm flipping my deck over.
I'm not going to. And then I'm going to look at it again, and I'm not going to again.
I've got a crystal, which I am going to do.
Okay. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7.
You can get the Arcane Nexus.
Let's have a look at the market. I could go for the Arcane Nexus.
No.
It's good.
Because you could also buy a Lava Tendril and a Shifter's Pearl.
Yeah, I'm thinking...
Or a Focusing Orb and the Shifter's Pearl, or...
Yeah.
Or get the... See, the Mage's Talisman is good as well, but we have no 2 gems, so... You could put a...
I could put a charge on.
Charge, you see.
Yeah.
And then we can start getting charges out, because the Talisman is really good for charging people up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, we've not really seen the charges much in this game, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend my 5 ether to buy a Mage's Talisman. And then I am going to spend my other 2 to... I could open this breach, but no, I'm going to buy a charge. So there we go. Those cards go to my discard pile. That is me done. I will draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is my hand. This game is awesome. And off we go. 3rd time round. Rene is here. Hi, Rene. Hope your home internet connection is sorted out. I think he was saying that it went down in the whole village or something like that. Somebody chopped through a cable or something. But yeah, good to see you in the chat. Right, okay, here we go. Nemesis.
Oh.
Ouch, ouch,
Very
ouch.
cold.
So the Haze Spewer deals 4 damage to Gravehold. Gravehold is down to 18. And then the Haze Spewer goes down to 3. And then we get a new card, which is Agony Field. So it's another one that's got 2 power tokens on it. And to get rid of it, we just destroy a card in hand that costs 2 or more ether, which is quite easy to do. Except it's destroy, not discard.
Yeah, it destroys a card, you see. Because the thing is, but the Unleash power actually isn't, apart from the Unleash, the power's not that bad. The damage isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones, it's a case of do we want to get rid of it or not?
Mm-hmm.
But destroying can be good. Remember, if you've got a spark you want to get rid of, it's ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
2 or more.
Well, yeah, it's got to be a card that costs 2 or more.
Permanently.
It's got to be a card that costs 2 or more, John.
Oh, 2 or more. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be a spark.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Would be great, but no.
Maybe not.
Right. Next turn. Me. Right, I have no prepped spells, but I do have a Garnet Shard. So...
Depends if you want the power, doesn't it? The ether. Keep calling it power, ether.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at what we've got, because I've got 3 here. What am I going to do with 3?
5 with your pearl.
Sifter's Pearl.
Yeah, I'm considering...
Hanging on to it.
I'm considering using that to get rid of the Agony Field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 3 will buy you another Sifter's Pearl, basically. I don't know.
It will. That's what I was thinking. So,
or you can just charge. Never underestimate the use of charging.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I am going to play a Garnet Shard for an ether. I am going to discard a card. Sorry, I'm going to destroy a card from hand that costs 2 or more. So that's gone out the game, but that's got rid of the Agony Field.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my 4 ether here to buy 2 shards. Not shards, to buy 2 charges.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That is me done. Next player is player number 2.
Okay, right. Our Gravehold's looking a bit worrying, isn't it?
It is.
You cast your spell.
Yes. I'm wondering, do I cast it against the minion or Husk?
I think the minion.
We need to get Gravehold's looking a bit done in. So cast a spell at the minion. Yeah, reduce down to 2.
That goes down to 2. Yep.
Prep another spark. And then I've got like 1 million money. Diamond cluster, 2 diamond clusters. That's 6. Moonstone Shard gets me up to 8. And another crystal makes me up to 9. Okay. Now that Clouded Sapphire.
Clouded Sapphire is money generation, obviously.
And charges.
Yeah. Nine is quite a lot, though, isn't it? And you need 2 for Clouded Sapphire to really start kicking in.
It's the first Clouded Sapphire you play gets a charge.
Oh, first one played. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so just having 1 is good.
How many have you got to spend?
9.
8. 9. Oh yeah. Well,
maybe
8 or 9 if
you're
buying a
gem. Yeah, 8 or 9 for buying a gem. Yeah.
And you can split your purchases, can't you? You don't have. You can buy more than one thing from the market.
Yeah.
Clouded Sapphire and a Sifter's Pearl. I'm going right out there. But it's delaying it a little bit more, isn't it? Damage generation.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other, see, that's the thing. It's whether or not she's going to whack us before we've built up an engine.
By 2 lava.
But we need to do some big damage, I think.
2 lava tendrils is nice.
2 lavas would be good.
Yeah, I'll do that. And 2 lava tendrils.
But at some point, you're going to have to open your 3rd breach.
That's a good point. You've got 2 breaches open as well, so yeah, 2 lava tendrils is probably a good plan.
Okay, so lava
you've got to get
1,
your hand cycled.
Lava tendril 2. Okay, so that's the 8 that you've spent.
Yeah.
And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Next player is player number 3.
Didn't we do anything? Oh, you picked up another spot, didn't you? Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Me, okay. I have nothing prepped, and I just have shards. So it's an emerald shard, 2 diamond clusters, and 2 crystals. So I've got 6, 7, 8, or possibly 9. But actually, Paul, I'm going to use the emerald shard to give you a life back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Keep us as healthy as we can.
Yeah.
And as I say, that gives me 8 to spend. So I'm actually thinking... two lava tendrils. Except at the moment I can only use 1 at a time. Or do I go for... Do I go mad and buy an arcane nexus?
Or 1 lava tendril and focus a breach?
It does 4 damage as well. No, I'm going to buy an arcane nexus, actually.
Oh, right, okay. Big powerful spell. That goes in there.
Goes in my discard. I'll then put the stuff together that I want to put together.
That works well with the diamond cluster, I guess.
Yes.
And the Clouded Sapphire.
Okay.
Yes.
Wild. Who's best to take a turn next? bearing in mind the next card is a Nemesis card.
So I can do damage, obviously. I can prep
I think
lava
Rick
tendril.
maybe to deal another damage to the haze spewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I can. Yeah, it'll probably do more damage.
So I'll do that then quickly.
Okay, so Rick's going to take a go. Spark does the damage to the haze spewer.
I prep a lava tendril.
Here we go. Prep a lava tendril. Yep.
Now I've got a Sifter's Pearl and 3 crystals, so I've got 5 to spend. So we Sifter's Pearl to look at our top card of the deck.
So Shifter's Pearl for all of us. So look at the top card of the deck.
Go in the discard.
I'm going to keep that.
I've got 5 to spend. I'm going to buy a Mage's Talisman.
Mage's Talisman. Right. Okay, so we're going for the charges thing then.
Yeah. Have you seen what my charge thing does?
Cast any player's prep spell without discarding it, then cast that prep spell again. Nice.
And it is any player, so it can be his own as well.
Yeah. Okay, you all done?
Yep.
Right. So, Nemesis card. So we get the haze spewer, which deals 1 damage to Gravehold down to 17, and then the haze spewer suffers the damage and dies.
He's done his.
Yeah. Then we get a new card, and it is Bleed Static. So it's 3 power. And we can't discard it. No. So when this runs out, the player with the most prepped spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prepped spells.
That'd be me then, probably.
Well, it's either that or time it so that try and time it so there's no spells prep when it comes up. But...
Yeah, it might be tricky, but we can try. We can definitely try. Right, okay. Off we go. I think we're still in the tier 1 cards at the moment. But we can't be much...
We haven't seen the hard cards yet.
No, we haven't seen the start of the tier 2 cards. So off we go.
I was looking a bit rough.
Play number 2 again.
Okay.
So you can either choose to deal 3 damage or just leave the card there and deal 1 damage.
Yeah. I'm going to do 3 damage.
Okay.
Take a damage to myself and kill 3 husks.
Why are you taking the damage to yourself?
Because that's what you can do on the Carapace Queen. Yeah? When a player deals damage to a husk, that player may suffer 1 damage and distribute the damage dealt over multiple husks.
So otherwise it's 1 at a time, because normally you'd have to take 1 husk out at a time.
I missed that bit.
But
right.
You take a bit of damage to actually do 3 of them.
You take a damage, split that, deal 3.
Yeah.
But because that's why I bought the healing things.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to prep 2 spells, Lava Tendril and a Lava Tendril.
Oh, nice. So you've got 3 Lava Tendrils in your deck?
Yep.
Right, okay. Double Lava Tendril.
And then that's all I can do because I've got 3 sparks.
You got 3 sparks in hand?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know.
Who's got the power that lets you draw 4 cards? Is that me? That's you. So Paul being activated would help Rick a bit here.
Yes.
Yeah, once we get the Mage's Talismans going.
Yeah. Okay, so the Nemesis. So 1 power token gets removed from the Bleed Static. And then we get a new card, and it is still tier 1. It is a Brood Womb. So it's got 5 health.
Okay.
And once this activates next time, if there is at least 1 husk in play, prevent all damage to this minion.
Ow. So we can't damage it at the moment.
And the persistent ability is it gets a husk. So yeah, we can't damage it.
It's a queen. It's just dropping husks.
Yeah.
Well,
nice.
Clear them as well.
Well, not nice, but okay. Next card is player number 1, me. I have no spells, so I'm first going to play Sifter's Pearl, so everybody can do the thing.
Yep, that's a spark going on the discard.
Okay, then I'm going to play the Mage's Talisman. Now, I'm going to gain a charge, and which of you 2 would like to gain a charge? Rick's closest.
Rick.
Yeah. So there you go, Rick. Have a charge.
Okay.
I am then going to spend the 2 ether from the Sifter's Pearl to open breach number 2.
Cool.
And then I am going to prep 2 sparks. Unfortunately, I have a 3rd spark in hand, which I can't do anything with. Right. That is me done. I'm just going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then next player is Wild.
Wild in the Isles.
I think Rick.
I think Rick because of the
lava tendrils.
Because of the lava tendrils. Yeah.
Because you can actually clear it and then do her damage. And if it's clear, or you could actually clear it and do the broodworm free damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, casting both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a damage
to take some points, but
take a damage. Cast lava tendril. Split the damage among 3 husks.
Yep.
And then the second one, deal 3 damage to the broodworm.
Yep.
Nice.
Then I'm going to prep 2 sparks.
Yeah.
Get rid of those sparks.
And then I've got 2 diamond clusters, which is 6. I think I'm going to buy one of those epic gems. Clouded sapphires.
Clouded sapphire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting some charges going there.
Yeah.
That means I've still got spark in hand, but oh well.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
I'll let you do your stuff. It is player number 3. John.
Okay, I have nothing prepped.
No spells.
But I'm going to prep up an Oblivion Swell.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So because it's prepped, it's extra.
Once per turn during your main phase, you may gain an ether.
Yep. You get an extra one this turn as well, don't you?
Yep, get an extra one this turn. And I've got 3 crystals and a Sifter's Pearl, so everybody can do the Sifter's Pearl thing if they want.
Okay.
Including me, which I will discard the crystal. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives me 6 to spend.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that.
So I'm actually going to buy a Mage's Talisman.
You're buying a Mage's Talisman, okay?
Yep. Let's put that down. Let's just put it down on the crystals.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it for me for now.
Should Rick have taken damage to use the lava tendrils? Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Russ, but yeah, he did. Right. Okay.
He only took 1 damage because he only took out 3 husks with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one was just a normal damage.
It is the Nemesis. So we get another power token removed from the bleed static. Yep. And then the broodwomb
will drop a husk, which is annoying.
Puts a husk. Yeah.
That's the end of
okay, right. And then we need a new card. And the new card is Infest.
Ooh.
Oh, so Carapace Queen swarms twice. Or
twice.
Or any player suffers 4 damage.
Right, how many cards are in the discard?
In the Nemesis discard pile.
Yes.
Oh,
7 and 3 in play. This is the first of the tier 2
not
cards.
the Nemesis discard.
Oh.
What?
Hang on.
Why?
Oh no, it's just 2 husks. Sorry, it's not the one that's dependent on how many are in the discard. Ignore me. So she'd put 4 into play.
She'd put 4 into play, and then any player would discard a prepped spell and we'd get 2 into play.
Oh, I see.
So we'd end up with 6 husks in play.
Okay, so when it says she swarms twice, we don't do the where she is twice. She'll do the first one to get 4 on, and then the second row would be the second one.
I think so, yeah.
Not just putting 8 on.
Yeah. It's a swarm, not an unleash.
It's a swarm, not an unleash. Oh, yeah. Hang on. So what's the first row do? Place 4 husks into play, husks. Yeah. And then the second one, yeah.
I'm happy to take the 4 damage.
But yeah, okay.
Because we've got the broodworm in play.
Yeah, we do.
And we need to clear the husks in order to get rid of that. So I'll take the 4 damage. There you go.
John hasn't taken any damage yet. Okay.
No, but I can hand out, and I will be able to heal 1 point next turn for someone.
Right, that's that done. So now we're going through the deck again. Here we go. Next card is the Nemesis. So the power gets removed. The player with the most prepped spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prepped spells. I'd like that not to be me.
It's got to be me, isn't it?
So you take 4 damage.
Well, hang on, I haven't taken any.
Most
prepped spells.
Most spells. Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay.
I can heal 1 back
activates, and we get a husk, and then we get a new card. We are in the tier 2 cards now. We have another power card. It is Blot the Sun. To discard it, we lose 4 charges, which I can get rid of. I can do that because I have 4 charges.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Next card. Number 2, Rick.
Right. So ping those 2.
Ping, ping. Husks. All of the husks are gone. And then what you're playing?
I prepare 2 sparks. Again.
Yeah, we need to get these sparks out of your deck, aren't we?
Yeah, we haven't got anything to get things out of decks, have we?
No, that's true.
And then I've got Moonstone Shard and 2 crystals, so I could buy another gem for 4, which again seems a bit more gems. Or I've only got 3.
Well, you could buy a charge.
I could buy a charge, which means I'm only 1 charge away.
Or you could start focusing your 3 breach.
Well, getting my 3/1 open would be good, actually, wouldn't it?
Cost 9 though.
Yeah, I've only got 3, so I should just focus it once. In fact, do I have to open my 3 before I can open my 4?
Nope.
I just can't afford to open the 4, can I, actually, with only 3?
Yeah, it costs 4.
No, but you can focus it, which means you can throw a spell into it if you've got 3 spells to throw.
I can't focus my 4 because I can't afford to. I can focus my 3.
Russ wants to know what Block the Sun does. Block the Sun will cause Carapace Queen to swarm, unleash, and then the Carapace Queen swarms. So
that's nasty.
No, so I'm planning on getting rid of that.
That's a lot.
I'll focus my 3 breach. I've got nothing to put in it, but at least it's getting close.
Well, no, you could, if you wanted to, put this spark into it because you focused it this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, because you've only just put those sparks out, so theoretically, yeah.
It would mean the only difference is you must cast it rather than you may cast it.
Yeah, I might as well keep it in number 2.
Yeah.
If you're going to stick something in number 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything to put in number 3, but yeah. Chat's just died, Paul.
It is wild.
Yeah, your chat's just died, Paul.
Chat's died. Oh, chat's died. That's interesting. That's not happened for a while. Hopefully the chat will come back on screen. Okay. I'm just going to put a test message into the chat there and see if it pops up. Yeah, I'll give it a minute and see if the chat refreshes. If it doesn't, I'll try and do something to fix it. Yeah, right.
Right.
So the wild has come out. I can get rid of that Block the Sun.
Okay. Well, that's the thing.
Now I don't need to because I am going to come out. My card is going to come out.
You're not supposed to do that, you know.
What?
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, you're looking at the discard. Ignore me.
Yeah. My card is going to come out before the Nemesis has 2 more turns.
Yeah. Okay.
So it isn't essential that
I could actually do enough to get. Yeah. Okay. It's probably worth me going next.
Right. Okay. You go next. I'll try and fix the chat. It does mean having to blank the screen for a minute, so bear with us a minute. John's going to talk through what he's doing.
Yeah. So I've got an Oblivion Swell prepped.
Yeah.
Now, basically, that does 2 damage automatically, which is enough to deal with the Broodworm. And I'm going to actually discard one of the diamond clusters I have in hand to do 4 damage to the actual Queen as well.
There you go. Fixed it.
Yep. So the Oblivion Swell's basic damage goes against the Broodworm.
Deal 2 damage. You may discard a gem. Right, yeah, so that's the Broodworm gone.
Yep, and then I'm going to discard a diamond cluster, which is in my hand, which is expensive because it actually cost me 4 ether, but it will do 4 damage to her as well.
4 damage to the
because I discarded a diamond cluster, which is worth 4.
Right. Okay, so Carapace Queen is down to 55.
Because we do have to remember we need to damage her as
well. We do, yes.
And then I'm playing my hand, which is an Arcane Nexus, which is going to get prepped.
So you've casted your...
I cast the Oblivion. Yeah. So I prepped up an Arcane Nexus.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now that will let me use a crystal twice, but it doesn't get me the actual... Oh, that's interesting. So
during your turn, during your main phase, you may return a gem you played this turn to your hand.
So I'm going to do something clever in a minute. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to play the Emerald... or do we want to heal too?
Heal... Me and Rick, well, yeah, me and Rick are quite badly wounded.
Yeah, okay, so I'll play the Emerald Shard.
Yeah. Heal Rick.
Heal Rick first.
Rick's back to 5.
And then I'll use my power to take the gem back.
And
I'll play it again.
Yeah.
And one of you can get another point.
I'll have it this time, if that's all right.
Okay. That leaves me with 2 to spend, which I'll take a charge.
Okay.
And that's done, I'm afraid.
Right, that's fine. Okay, next player is player number 1, which is me. So I will cast my 2 sparks, which are going on the Carapace Queen. There you go. We're getting there. 53 to go. I am then going to use 4 charges to get rid of the Blot the Sun. There you go. That's gone. It's clear. I'm then going to prep a Spark. I'm going to play a Sifter's Pearl so we can all do the thing.
Okay.
I shall leave mine on top, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave mine on top as well. I've then got these 3, which is 5, which is going to be a Mage's Talisman. I'm clearly the support character in this, I think. Well, then again, John Sealing. It's kind of a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. That is me done. I don't have any good spells, though. I really would like some better spells. Okay, next card.
Need to buy some.
Yeah, I do. Next card is you, John.
Okay. Well, I've got the Arcane Nexus at least, so we'll do 4 damage to the Brood Queen.
Yep, down to 49.
That's something anyway. Oh, now I've got a horrible... I've basically got a starting hand. So I'll prep up a Spark. And I have 3 to spend. I'll take another charge.
Right, okay.
That's 3 crystals. And keep a Spark in hand. And I'm done.
Okay. And then it is the Nemesis. Thankfully, there's absolutely nothing in play, so we just get a card. But the card is Foul Multitudes. So husks, of which there are none, have 2 life. Damaged husks heal to full at the end of each turn. Immediately we unleash. Okay, so now we do have 2 husks.
With 2 hit points each.
With 2 hit points each.
As long as that card's in play.
We have a power 3. Nothing we can do about it, but in 3 after its counters have been removed, the Carapace Queen is going to swarm.
Gosh.
Right. This is a fantastic game.
It's good.
It's really, really good, isn't it?
I'm going to play this every week now, please.
I think so. Every day. I'm going to be launching
we'll
a
look
Kickstarter.
at the Steam. We'll look at the Steam app later.
One. Yeah, I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter tomorrow to basically raise money for me to take the year off work and just play Aeon's End all day, every day.
One of the stretch goals being me also taking.
Yes, that's it. The stretch goal. Rick can give up his job. Right, John, it's you.
It's me. Okay, let's do a. Oh God, the Spark isn't going to take out a husk, is it?
No, but
let's do a point on her anyway.
Yeah,
when do they regenerate their health?
They heal
every turn. Each turn.
End of each turn. Yeah.
And I can only do 1. Right. So right, prep up a Spark. I'm afraid.
Prep another Spark. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing Mage's Talisman, so I'm going to get a charge.
So you get a charge.
Who's closest to Rick? How far away are you?
Rick's got 2 charges out of 4.
We'll gain a charge then.
Yeah.
Zoomed in.
And apart from that, I've got a Sifter's
Pearl. I'm zoomed in still. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. So I've got a Sifter's Pearl. So everybody can do the Sifter's Pearl thing.
Keeping it. Oh no, hang on. I'm missing a hand of cards.
Yep. So draw your hand first.
I'll draw my hand first, and then. Yeah, I'll keep it.
And I've got 4 to spend, and I think I'm going to buy a focusing orb.
You buy a focusing orb. Okay.
And that's it.
Right.
Nice. We need to heal Gravehold, don't we? So that'll help with that.
I don't know whether we can.
Yeah, that focusing orb.
Yeah, you can always discard it. It's not necessarily the best use of it, but you can always discard it.
Right. Nemesis next.
Oh gosh.
So that power token gets removed. And then we have Awaken. Unleash twice, and Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Or place the most recently discarded minion card into the Nemesis discard pile, back into play.
That's the Brood Womb, isn't it?
That is the Brood Womb. Which do we want?
She's not the worst in the world, but could be a problem at the moment. If they've got 2 hit points. They've got 2 hit points each as well.
Yeah, but the unleashing twice.
Well, unleashing twice gets loads of husks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Another 4 and.
So I think putting the Brood Womb is probably
6.
the lesser of the 2 evils at this point.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, Brood Womb is coming back into
Either
play.
Is particularly good.
There you go. Brood Womb is back. Okay, that's the Nemesis turn done. Player number 1, me.
God, I feel like I haven't had a turn for ages.
I took your cards out of the deck.
Yeah.
Right, so I have a Spark, which can't be on a Husk. It can't be on the Broodwomb, so it's going to be on
her. Yeah.
Her. Down to 47.
We need to start beating it down, to be honest. We probably should have started sparking her a bit earlier.
I have a Mage's Talisman.
Cool.
Which is going to be 1 charge on me and 1 charge on Rick. Rick, you are now fully charged.
Oh, sweet.
I have a Garnet Shard. I can cast anybody's prepped spell if I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to spend my 4 to buy 2 charges.
Need some better spells out, isn't it?
Okay, that is me done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next player is Nemesis.
Oh.
Power token gets removed off the Foul Multitudes, and the Broodwomb puts another Husk into play, and then we get another card. And the card is... It's a Cauterizer. It's got 3 health, and when damage is dealt to this minion, reduce that damage to 1.
Oh, it's one of those.
And the persistent ability is any player who suffers damage equal to this... Sorry, the persistent ability is any player suffers damage equal to this minion's current life.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
But that you might as well beat down with Sparks because you're only doing 1 damage to it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I can do that with my fully charged.
Now, yeah. I'm going to remind people of what my power is. Mine's one of the ones that actually works in anybody's turn.
Okay.
So I can pick a player. So when I activate it, the player that's in hand gets another go. It is the one affected. That player can then return 3 spells from the discard pile and prep 2 of them to each of your open breaches.
Okay.
So you could actually prep quite a lot of spells in that one if you've got a couple of powerful ones in your discard.
Right.
So, for example, if Rick had 3 lava tendrils in his discard pile, that would be a good time to use my power.
Yeah.
Just to explain that one, because it's one of the more complicated ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make sure they're in my discard pile at that time.
Yes.
Not in my deck.
Yes.
Right. Are we ready for the next
my
turn?
discard pile is empty, for example.
Next turn is Rick.
Hey. Right. So, do I just
2
want
Sparks.
to hit this new Cauterizer guy twice?
I think so, yeah. So it's down to 1.
Now, I can use my 4 charges to cast that other Spark twice.
I'd save it.
Or get some of your own spells prepped up.
Yeah, use that.
And cast one of them now.
The only thing is I've got Mage's Talisman in hand, and I've got no
Well, then don't worry about it. Just that you can use that anytime.
Just keep it in hand.
So if you've not got a decent spell this turn, don't worry about it. Save your charges.
Yeah, it's just that the Mage's Talisman, yeah, I'll save that for next turn.
Yeah.
No point in gaining a charge when I can't.
No.
So I'm full. But I'm going to Sifter's Pearl.
Okay, so we can both do a thing. I'm going to get rid of mine.
And I've got 5 to spend, which...
So Focusing Orb, possibly? Or another Mage's Talisman?
Well, is that one of the spells? Oblivion, Swell, or Essence Theft?
Essence Theft is actually quite cool.
Yeah, getting some health back.
And it means you can get rid of stuff that's clogging up your hand as well.
Yeah.
Oh, just... yeah. Yeah, gone. I'll get an Essence Theft.
Essence Theft. Okay.
Leaving the Mage's Talisman in hand.
Right. Okay, you all done?
Yeah.
Wild.
Whoa.
Who's best taking a turn?
Me.
Yeah, probably. I've got nothing special.
Okay, let's go then.
Me. Okay. I'm going to play a Clouded Sapphire on my closed 3 breach to focus it.
Yep.
For 3.
You're playing a what, sorry?
Clouded Sapphire.
On your
3 breach.
He's spending 3 for the focus. Yeah, he's
to focus it.
Oh, sorry,
focusing is number 3.
You're playing it to focus breach number 3. Right, okay, yeah.
First Clouded Sapphire I play this turn, so any ally gains a charge.
Right.
So I take that?
Charge.
Yeah, John's got it.
Then I'm going to prep 3 lava tendrils.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, okay. So if my power... Yeah, okay. This could be really useful. Once I've spent those.
And then I can use my ability of my 4 charges.
You can.
So cast any player's prepped spell without discarding it, and then cast it again, discarding it.
So he's about to throw out 2 lava tendrils, basically.
Right.
So, well, damage-wise, this could be a bit interesting. So if I've hit the cauterize, it's only going to do 1 damage, but it'll kill it.
Yeah, that's right.
Then I'm going to have to do another 3 damage, which, bear in mind, the husks have got 2 health each.
Or, do you want to wait a turn?
Or do I want to wait a turn so these ping 3 damage, and then the thing's gone?
Maybe just do the damage to the Carapace Queen.
Or do 6 damage to the Carapace Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because remember they've got 2 points each at the moment.
Yeah.
Zero waste. 6 damage to the Carapace Queen.
What's it? Yeah, 6 because you do 1 twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 damage to the Carapace Queen.
And you must use one that's prepped on
use the one that's in 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all former charges, and then I'm using my Mage's Talisman to gain a charge.
Yeah.
And an ally gains a charge.
John?
Well, yeah, that means mine's ready to go, I guess.
Yours is ready to go.
So someone keep an eye open when they've got 3 useful things in there.
I have no useful things.
I'm just seeing what I've got.
I
haven't at the moment.
I've got an Essence Theft and a Lava Tendril and 2 Sparks.
See, I've got a Focusing Orb, a Mage's Talisman, and an Arcane Nexus. But they're not spells, are they?
No.
Okay, Nexus is
so no. Yeah, but it's the only one. It's the only spell I've got in mind at the moment. But yeah, basically once you get your 3 lava tendrils in the discard, then I'll play it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. You all done then, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, off we go. Player number 1, which is me. So I have no prepped spells. I do have 2 Sifter's Pearls. So everybody can do the thing twice.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm going to discard that, and I'm going to discard that.
Discard both of them, so that's
yeah. I have a Mage's Talisman, which is one charge for me and 1 charge for you, Rick. So you now have 2 charges.
Sweet.
I'm going to prep 2 Sparks, and then I have 4 to spend, and I'm going to buy do I kind of want to put a Lava Tendril into play? Get a Lava Tendril? No, I'm going to go with a Focusing Orb. I have a Focusing Orb. Right. So those go there. That flips over, and I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. Second card is the Nemesis.
Oh,
so
dear.
the final power token is removed from the Foul Multitudes, which means Carapace Queen swarms, but that's actually not too bad for us because we only have 3 husks.
Which puts 4 more into play.
But we do get 4 more into play. But that power card is now gone, which means husks are back down to 1 life each.
They are, but we have the Broodworm.
Okay. Now the Broodworm kicks in, and we get another husk. So we now have 8 husks. And then the Cauterizer, any player suffers damage equal to this minion's current life. So somebody takes 1 damage.
I'll take that.
Thank you. We're down to 9.
Fine, yeah, glad we produced that, really.
And then we get a new card, and it is Needlemore.
Tough, but killable.
It has 11 health, which is impossible because my dice only go up to 10. I'm going to have to use a second dice.
Put a counter on it, or put a counter on it.
And the persistent ability is Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So really nasty. Really
at least
nasty.
that's a straightforward hit it as hard as you can job.
Unfortunately,
it's a waste of what we could throw at her.
Yeah.
We need to get down there, the husks and the beasties now.
Okay, next card. Nemesis.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's not what we wanted this
No,
turn.
it is bad when the Nemesis turns up twice, but it doesn't mean we know we're going to have 3 turns with nothing happening. So, first of all, the Broodwomb. We get another husk in play. Cauterizer, somebody takes the damage.
I'll take
you
it
have
again.
to take that again, John.
Yep.
And then Needlemore, Gravehold suffers 2 damage.
Eek.
And then we get another card. And
Yeah.
the other card is...
Don't swarm.
Dispel.
Oh.
Unleash twice, which is another 4, which I think means we've lost.
No.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll lose when she swarms.
What is it for? Oh, it's unleash, not swarm.
It's unleashed twice. Okay, so we have 13 husks in play. And the player with the most prep spells discards their most expensive prep spell.
Yeah, we've just lost.
Sorry, Rick, you've just lost a lava tendril.
Just one lava tendril. Okay.
Yeah, we're about to lose anyway, I think.
No, we're not. It's fine.
Well,
ow!
Ye of little
no.
faith.
Oh no, hang on. We won't be...
Yeah.
So she's not swarming. Okay, I thought she was going to swarm. Okay.
Yeah. No, right. Okay. Next card. Wild.
Right. Who could dish out the most damage?
Rick. I can deal 2. Rick can deal 3.
Yeah, and then I can possibly get 2 charges and do one of yours twice more as well.
Well, I mean,
but here's the thing.
You've got 2 tendrils in your discard, haven't you?
No, I've got 1.
Haven't you? Yes, should be 2 in your
discard.
discard. Have you cycled your deck already?
Yes.
Oh, you've already cycled your deck.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I can get one of them back, but
if I was to take a go, I could do 2 damage with my sparks, but I have a Mage's Talisman, which will give me another charge, and then I can cause one of you 2 to draw 4 cards. I don't know if that's going to help.
Oh, drawing 4 cards.
But I'm not dishing out much in the way of damage.
I mean, once you've cast that, because my power comes into play once you've cast your lava tendril, so you will have 2 in your discard at that point, yes?
Yes.
So theoretically, you can get 2 of them back and prep them in a single breach.
And then I can cast them twice
Mm.
with my charges. So I could possibly kill the big beastie. And then, if I do all that damage, I can take a damage and get loads of husks gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it's per spell, isn't it? So I would have to take a load of damage.
So
Yeah.
I suggest you take your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I can activate during your turn. So yeah, let's see how that works.
So let's take my turn.
So lava tendril.
I'm going to take a damage.
Take a damage to split it to kill 3 husks.
3 husks, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I can now activate.
Yeah.
So you're going to...
It depends. Are you going to be putting anything else in the discard in your turn? Because I can wait till you finish. Till you've
Not
almost
spells.
finished. No more spells. Right. So I'll activate now.
But if you bought a spell,
if I bought a spell, yeah,
it would go into your discard.
It goes into your discard. So you may want to hold on just a second. How much? Just buy the most because you can you can prep up to 2 spells for each of your open breaches. So you'll be able to prep 3 spells, if not 4. So yes, buy your new spell first, then I'll activate.
Well, what I'll do is I'll prep the 2 sparks.
No, don't prep.
No.
Sparks. Why not? If I can do more things, I've got 2 breaches.
Well, I only prep one of them then.
Okay.
See why in a minute. I've done the maths.
So you prepped a spark, okay?
Because you don't need to prep anything. You can prep at any point during your turn.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We can worry about it in a minute. Buy your spell first.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which spell to buy. Well, I've got 6 I can spend. No, 7. 7 I can. I'm getting Arcane Nexus.
Then buy an Arcane Nexus.
Yeah. I bought an Arcane Nexus in the discard pile.
Okay, so you buy an Arcane Nexus, which goes to the discard pile. So in your discard pile are 2 Lava Tendrils and an Arcane Nexus.
Yep. So I will activate now.
Okay. So Rick, you can return up to 3 spells from your discard pile to your hand.
Yeah.
And then
prep 2 spells in each of your up to 2 spells in each of your open breaches.
Yeah. So that's why you didn't want to prep the spark.
Well, no. If he's only got 1 spark, it's fine because it'll still work.
Yeah, and then 2, and then Arcane Nexus.
Okay. Right.
Now, there's an important thing to remember now. So, put all the cards down, but remember, the Arcane Nexus does something at this point, once it's prepped.
Yeah, okay, gem you play to your hand.
Yes, so you get a gem back, which you can spend again.
Diamond Cluster.
So you got 2 to spend, so I would buy a charge reveal.
Charge, yeah. It's a shame I haven't got one more charge because I can cast my spells this turn.
Are you playing Diamond Cluster again for a second time?
Yeah, but I assume it doesn't count for the third because I've got 2 of them.
Oh, okay, right.
2 of them earlier, yeah.
It specifically says the second time.
Right, okay.
So this is the 3rd time you've played it.
Leave me with a spark in hand, and that's it.
But there you go. Now we need you to get another turn.
So you're going to have
I've
a charge?
already had my turn.
Yes, now we need you to get another turn because...
Yeah, I've got a charge, Paul. So I've got 3 charges now.
You got 3 charges. Okay. Are you done?
I've already had my turn. Have a look in the discard pile of player cards.
You have not.
I've not, so yes, I'm going to have another turn.
So yes, so we're going to deal some serious damage in a minute. I don't think it's going to help us a great deal, but yeah, you're going to do some serious damage.
Awesome. Right, you all done, Rick?
Yeah.
Right, next card is player number 2.
There
Off you go.
Right, so how much health have I got left? Only 4. Well, I didn't draw my cards then. Draw my cards.
And do you want to leave the lava tendrils in play? That's the question.
Wowie woo-wah. Spells a go-go.
Well, hold on. That's a good point. The lava tendrils will have done 2 points of damage last turn.
No, it's only at the end of the casting phase.
At the end of his turn.
At the end of the casting phase.
Oh, casting phase.
Casting
okay.
phase, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I have to lead them onto the turn. So, well, let's do the spark.
Yeah, so the spark goes.
Well, yeah, okay.
But what are you going to do the damage to?
Well, I could kill the cauterizer.
Yeah.
Yep, so kill the cauterizer.
It is a pain. Okay.
Because although I've got there 4, 7, 10 damage, so I can't kill the other guy.
You could get rid of 4 husks.
By taking a damage,
Yeah.
I'll do my Arcane Nexus. Take a damage.
Take a damage, get rid of 4 husks.
Rid of 4 husks.
And then
I can give you... I do have my Emerald Shards. So next go, I'll get a life back for someone.
Oh, Paul, I put both lava tendrils on each place, but I expect it's probably better if they're in the same place.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it's much better.
A breach open. Yeah. I'll leave them then to do 2 damage to kill 2 more husks.
Okay. Nice. Right. And then you'll go.
And my go, yeah. So I will put an Essence Theft into breach 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually can't do anything. I've got 3 Flaming Sparks.
All right, okay.
And a crystal.
Yeah, we need more breaches. More breaches open.
So 1 crystal is not
okay.
going to so I'll spend the crystal for nothing.
Yeah, just so it's
keep
gone.
Keep 3 sparks in my hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Right, and the last card is John.
Oh, to me, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. I've not got the most inspired of hands, but I'll play my Emerald Shard. Oh, hang on, I've got a spark.
First.
I'll do a spark. Let's spend the spark
on
one of the husks.
Yeah. Down to 3 husks.
Yeah. Right. Emerald Shaft, get Rick a life.
Oh, thank you.
Prep a spark. Oh, 2 lava clusters together, so I've got 6 to spend. And actually, I'm prepping my Oblivion Swell, not the spark.
Okay.
So I've got 6 to spend. Thank you, Alexa. Clouded
Sapphire?
Or breaches or charges?
Yeah, unlock breaches maybe because you've only got. You could.
Yeah, I'll get another focusing yeah. Actually, I could open a breach. I don't have many spells in hand. That's all. I've been concentrating on 6. I could do, couldn't I? Well, it's only 3 to open breach 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's open.
So breach 2 is open.
Yeah, that leaves me 3 to spend. So I could focus up breach 3 and cast my spark. There's a good idea. So I'm focusing breach number 3.
Yeah.
So it's 2 away from opening, and I'll pop my spark in there as well.
Pop a spark into 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
Right. Off we go.
Right. What happens? Oof.
Well, we sorted the husk situation out, but
yeah, we still need to do some serious damage. We're getting some damage cards into hand, but we need to get them out. play now.
Off you go again, John.
Right, just drawing my deck. Hold on. Right, so let's cast the spells. So, ooh, good point. What have I got in hand? It's a bit of a waste of the Oblivion spell, sadly, because I've only got 0 value gems in hand.
Okay. Well, you
but
could
it
leave
does
it
2
there.
points of damage. I could leave it, couldn't I? And just do the
leave it.
spark. I'll do the Spark of the Husk.
Spark on a husk. Yep.
And yeah, I'll leave the Oblivion spell. The Oblivion Swell.
Yeah. The Oblivion spell. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll prep up the Arcane Nexus, which is just drawn, so that's something at least. So I'll be doing some damage next turn. And I get to get a gem back. So I'm playing 3 crystals, it's that hand, unfortunately. So I've got to spend them as a 3 and a 1. That's annoying. Or I can spend 2, get 1 back. Yeah, okay, so I'll spend 2 to get a charge. Get 1 back.
Yep.
So I've got 2 and I'll get 2 charges basically.
Yeah, charge. Okay. Right. All done?
Yep.
Rick, you're next.
That's a horrible
Okay.
Spells.
Yes. What do I want to do?
Maybe leave the lava tendrils again?
Get rid of the last 2 things. Yeah, so I'll Essence Theft.
Oh no, because next we're gonna the needle more. Okay, or hit her. How many points has she got left?
Got 11.
11.
How many points has she got left?
The Queen.
41.
Lots.
We really do need to hit her.
Yeah.
Also need to look.
But I think the tendrils are good there, just constantly doing 2 damage a turn.
Yeah, so I'll Essence Theft the guy with 11 health.
Yeah.
And then discard a Spark to get myself back up to 5 health.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
And then, yeah, I'll leave the 2.
Leave the tendrils there, so that gets rid of 2 more husks. There you go. All of their husks are gone.
I'll then prep a Spark.
Okay.
I'll then spend 2 crystals for a charge.
Yeah.
I'll spend 4 charges to
Yeah.
cast the Lava Tendril twice.
And getting rid of the Broodworm? Or...
Yeah. I could get rid of the Broodworm, or I could do 6 damage to the
Queen
or the other guy.
6 damage to the other guy seems good, because then if I go next...
You mean to her? We need to hammer her.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Or we can get rid of the needle more. Yeah, let's hit the needle
Gravehold. Yeah, Gravehold is.
Yeah, let's hit the needle more.
6 damage to that.
So 6 damage to the needle more.
So you could finish him off.
And that's it. It's me done.
Okay.
Leaving a Spark in hand still.
Next card is me. I will cast my 2 sparks and get rid of the needle more.
Nice.
Right. Okay. Then I am playing Mage's Talisman to give me a charge, and Rick, I think I'll give you a charge.
It's good that mine only costs 4 charges.
Yeah.
And mine's only useful once we've built up some good discards, although Rick's is building up nicely, so yeah, I might give
Okay, so
myself
I've got my Garnet Shard. I can cast any player's prepped spell.
Ooh. The Arcane Nexus, potentially, or...
But is there any advantage? Oh yeah, to do 4 damage to the Broodworm?
Yeah. Now, the Oblivion Swell,
Mm.
Can you get to discard a gem?
I would get to discard, but I've still got...
No, I think I would, because I'm casting it.
Yeah, you cast any other player's spell, yes. So if
Yeah.
you've got a high value gem in your hand...
I do not, no.
Well, then,
Okay.
So you could do the Arcane Nexus.
But is there any advantage of us doing it now?
Well, we can't kill the Broodworm, can we?
No. We've all had a go.
Right, so whose go is it?
It's my go.
Have you cast that Spark yet?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd only do 4 points, but you could... So theoretically, or we could do 4 points on her.
You're fully charged up, aren't you?
I am. I'm about to
draw 4 cards, thus getting a gem, which might be worth.
Well,
oh
no,
yeah, you could draw 4.
No, it's an ally.
Oh.
I can make one of you two draw 4 cards.
Oh, okay.
But you have to do that during your turn. I mean, you may want to do that anyway. But...
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm trying to work out whether it is worth me casting any player's prepped spell.
Well, it's 4 points of damage.
Yeah, but you're going to get to cast it at the start of your turn.
I am, yes.
It's a waste if you were going to take the next turn, for example.
If we would be able to kill that broodworm, then it would be good. Would we?
Yeah,
but we can't.
So I mean, it really depends whether or not you can use the
if the wild comes up,
ether or not. So if you need the ether, then use.
No,
the
I don't think I do. So in
which case you might as well throw a sparkle or something at it.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my power. So one of you two can draw 4 cards. I'll let you decide between you who does it.
What's your hand like at the moment, Rick?
I've got some quite good cards in hand. I've got the Clouded Sapphire, Sifter's Pearl, Lava Tendril, Major Talisman, and a Spark. So I've got some decent cards.
So if you draw 4, you like to be able to spend them. That's the question.
And I'm then going to cast the Arcane Nexus. So the Arcane Nexus has gone.
Yeah. Okay. So the Arcane Nexus is in my.
And I've dealt 4 damage to the Broodwomb. Okay.
So that's in my discard. In which case, I wouldn't mind taking 4 then, if that's in. Oh, actually, no, because then I can fill my discard up as well, and theoretically, actually, that's a good idea. Because if I draw 4 cards, theoretically, I should then be able to get my power up and get 3 cards out of my
Yeah, and prep them.
Okay.
Do it.
Have you decided?
Yeah, I'll draw 4.
Okay. Right. My turn is over.
Oh, God.
It is the Nemesis. So the Broodwomb puts a husk into play, and then we get a new card, and it is Pulverizing Ray. Power 1. And when this runs out, Gravehold suffers 18 damage.
What?
But we can collectively discard up to 6 gems, and for each gem discarded this way, prevent 3 of that damage.
So when can we do that?
When it triggers.
When it triggers.
Now, I have 4 rubbishy crystals in hand. So
you may want to keep them in hand.
Well, you're going to have a Nemesis and a Wild as well.
There's going to be a Nemesis next, yeah. Okay, next card.
I've got actually handy me drawing those 4 then, because I've now got those rubbishy crystals in hand as well.
Wild. So
I don't want to spend those rubbishy cards.
We're about to spend those rubbishy cards, aren't we?
Can I go? If I go, I've got good cards to play, and then I'll draw bad cards.
Well, also, if you go, you're going to get rid of the Broodworm and the Husk.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Husk and the Broodworm.
Yep.
Which will help a lot.
So
go on, Rick. You can have a go.
I'll spark off the Husk.
Spark off the Husk.
I'll leave the Lava Tendril, which will then kill the
deal damage to the Broodworm. Yep.
I will play a Major Talisman, give myself a charge and an ally charge. Who wants a charge?
Me, I suggest.
Yep.
Okay. You've now got 3 charges, John.
Yep.
And I prep another Lava Tendril. I'm going to Sifter's Pearl, so look at the top card of your deck.
Okay.
Discard if you want to.
I'm going to get rid of that one.
And then I've got a Clouded Sapphire as well. So I'm going to spend the Clouded Sapphire and the Sifter's Pearl, which I said earlier, for 5 and open my 3 breach.
Open the 3 breach. Hey.
Right, prep a Spark into.
Nice, because that's 2 damage now.
Yeah, and an ally gains a charge for my Clouded Sapphire.
I'll take that. Yep. How's your discard pile looking, Rick?
Well, I'm just about to flip it back. I've got 1 card in my deck. I know.
Timing.
Bad, isn't it? Oh, well. Otherwise, it'd look good. But
yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, right. So it is then the Nemesis.
Yeah.
So the power card triggers collectively if we discard 6 gems. So I've got 4.
I've got 3 crystals.
Oh, there you go. I've got a crystal, so we're going to
I'll discard 3 normal crystals if you want.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just discard 2 because then I've got enough to add a charge.
I'll discard 1.
So that's 3.
That's 3.
And I'll discard 3. That's fine.
That's 6. Right. Okay.
Because I've got both my diamond clusters coming out anyway, so that's cool.
Me too.
New Nemesis card is Venomite. So it has a persistent ability that the player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, or any player discards a prepped spell that costs 3 ether or more.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, not too
bad
at all.
Okay. Right. We're through the deck. Off we go. I mean, the situation is mostly under control. We just now need to start hitting the Carapace Queen before we get into the tier 3 cards, because the tier 3 cards are devastating.
I could hit her for 6 this turn, unless you want me to put it on the Venomite.
Well, it's the Nemesis.
First anyway. So
the player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, or a player discards a prepped spell that costs 3 or more. So it's going to be you, Rick.
Well, how much damage does the Lava Tendril do?
3.
See, I do 2, but if I can do another 7, another 4 after that.
Yeah, more. So I'm going to discard a Lava Tendril. I'd rather
You're going to discard a Lava Tendril. You don't want to take the damage. Okay. That's that. Then we get a new card. The new card is Legion Beacon. So immediately we unleash twice.
Okay.
Which is 4 husks. And then it has 2 power counters on it. And when it runs out, we discard half of the husks in play, rounded up. And Gravehold suffers 2 damage for each husk discarded. And then the Carapace Queen swarms.
Well, hang on. She's unleashing twice, though.
Yeah, so 4.
4 husks. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, we've got 4 husks in play at the moment.
Swarming and unleashing confused.
Yeah. So we've got time.
Yeah.
To get rid of the husks before this triggers.
I can do that.
That's the easy bit, yeah.
Okay, right. Next card is Rick.
Okay. So... what do I want to do? I could get rid of 3 husks by taking a damage.
Have you flipped over your deck now?
Yeah.
Okay, so anything now is going into discard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Lava Tendril for 3 damage, but take a damage myself to get rid of 3 husks.
Yeah.
And then I can do 2 damage with my Spark. That Venomite is a bit of a pain, isn't he? He's going to start killing me if I'm not careful. I'll do 2 damage to the Venomite.
2 damage to the Venomite with the Spark in Breach 3.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put another Spark in Breach 3. Prep a Spark in Breach 3. And then I've got a Moonstone Shard and 2 Diamond Clusters. Which get me, 6, 7. 7
spells.
Yeah. I'm going to buy... I'm going to buy an Oblivion Swell and a Charge.
Oblivion Swell and a Charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Next card. John.
Okay. Let's do some damage, shall we? I can do 6 points.
Well, that's the Venomite mostly gone if you do that.
Do you want to move that husk into the 1 slot, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
The 4 slot.
So I've got 2 Lava Tendrils, an Oblivion Swell, and a Spark in my discard. And I've got 3 open breaches now.
Yeah, so don't worry, I'm going to charge. I've got my Mage's Talisman's coming up, so I will charge up anyway. And I'll charge you up as well. Actually, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of damage, isn't it?
Yeah. So, let's charge the Oblivion Spell. Sorry, let's use the Oblivion Swell. 2 damage? Yep. I hate doing it on the Venomite, but I think... Or do you want to take a husk out?
I think take a... I think at this stage...
I can take the Venomite.
Doing it on the Queen.
Do it on the Queen. No, let's do 2 on the Queen, and then I'll discard a Diamond Cluster to do a further 4. Yeah.
So another 4 on the Queen?
Yeah, so that's 6 on the Queen.
Queen is down to 35.
Right. All right, so now it's my cards. I'll get a Mage's Talisman out, which
so that's
I
a charge on
up.
You and a charge on Rick.
Yep. So we're both on max.
Yep.
So we want Rick to have another turn soon.
Yeah.
Now I've got a Focusing Orb. Shut up.
Is it a loud Focusing Orb?
Yeah. I have a Focusing Orb. Do we want to give great? Do I want to focus up Rick's last breach? It only focuses it, though. Or do we want to give Gravehold back 3 life?
I think maybe Gravehold 3 life.
Yeah,
I don't know what's coming out.
Which means I destroy it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll destroy it. I'll destroy it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So Gravehold's back to 18. It took a beating early on, but then it sort of stabilised.
Yeah.
So.
Now I've now got a total of. I've now got a Sifter's Pearl. If anybody wants to do the Sifter's Pearl thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, stand there.
Which I've just done.
Actually, that's an Arcane. I'll put it in my discard pile.
Yeah.
Arcane Nexus.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right. I don't know why I've only got 3 cards in hand.
Because you didn't draw 2?
Possibly, I can't remember.
Oh, no, we discarded.
Oh, we did, yes.
So that's why you've only got 3 cards in hand.
Yeah. It's been ages since I've had a turn. Yeah.
Okay. So, so that's the Sifter's Pearl.
Yep.
I've also right. So I've got 4 or 5. How's your life looking, Rick?
4 health.
It's on 4.
In which case, I'll use my Emerald Shaft to heal Rick.
Yep. Back it to 5.
And that leaves me 4. I'll take another focusing orb for that.
Okay.
Or do I want a lava tendril? Actually, no. I'll take a lava tendril. No, I'll take a focusing orb. We need to heal Gravehold. Okay, and I'm done.
Okay.
You're going to use your charges on me, so I can prep load the spells now before we potentially.
No, I play this in your turn.
Oh, you play it on your turn, do you?
Yeah, but if you do it now,
any player's main phase.
No, yeah, so it has to be your turn for you to do it. I can play it in that player may then prep up the spells.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you do it in your turn now, John, Rick will get the spells so that it's at the start of his turn.
No. It's on the main player. So I have to wait.
During any player's main phase, that player whose main phase
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to cast it on Rick's phase. It's fine.
Gotcha.
It's there. It's charged, ready to go.
Wild.
Hey, so shall we do it?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay.
But, well, do your spark first.
Yeah, 2. If I'm going first, so 2 damage on the queen.
2 damage on the queen. Queen is down to 33.
Yeah. Now, before I do it, anything you can do, just do.
Well, I can.
Well, don't worry about prepping. Just do everything else first. See what you get in hand. Because remember, anything you buy goes into discard.
True, but I've got a bunch of stuff in discard now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Your discard's not going anywhere. You can then choose from it.
But
so, for example, there is the potential of buying another Arcane Network if you've got an Arcane Nexus.
Can't afford it.
Okay, it's up to you.
Can't afford anything.
Well, I'll use my charges anyway.
Yeah.
So you can take 3 cards back.
So John's using all of his charges. So Rick, you can take 3 spells from your discard pile back to your hand, and you can then prep 2 spells to each of your opened breaches this turn.
Sweet.
Which means you can prep up to 6 spells.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to, because I've got 6 spells.
Which I said, if you've got money to buy anything,
but I don't think I should get Oblivion spells, because I haven't got enough gems to help with that. But I might get them next time, I guess.
So what spells are you prepping?
So I'm going to prep.
And obviously the big damage ones go in this. Well, it doesn't really matter. You just get +1 on 3 anyway, don't you?
2 lava tendrils in 1.
Whoa. Right. So, oh no, they're not cast. I was going to say that wouldn't actually give them the +1 on the end of casting phase, would it? No.
So 2 lava tendrils in 1.
A lava tendril and a spark in 2.
Yeah.
And an Arcane Nexus and an Essence Theft in 3.
Wow. Okay.
And then I've got 4 charges, so I might as well cast something. Cast something twice. So let's go with the Arcane Nexus twice.
8 damage on the queen?
No, 10 damage on the queen.
10 damage on the queen.
+1.
So down to 23.
But that then goes into discard.
Yeah, and then I'll spend my 2 crystals by charge.
Okay, nice. Yeah, awesome turn.
See, that's how this game should work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, you're done. I'll let you do your card stuff. And play number 1. Yay! I've not had a turn for ages. Right. I've forgotten how you play this game. What am I doing? So, to complement the 10 damage that you've just done, Rick, I'm going to do 1. Because that's what I'm all about. Are we going to get rid of the husks, or are we just not going to bother at this stage?
You could take care of that 1 husk.
Actually, or just do 1 on the queen. It depends. What we got left? What's the next one coming out? How many turns have you had this turn, Rick?
I don't know. I've looked at the discard pile.
The next card is
No, you're not supposed to.
Well, we know it's
There's
one
card left.
Card left. Okay,
we know what it is.
So you may want to prep up for defense a little bit. I don't know what you can do, Paul.
I'm going to deal 1 damage to the husk. Get rid of it.
And what you can do? Yeah.
Right. I have a focusing orb.
I would heal Gravehold.
Yeah. So I'll destroy that to
I know
heal
it
Gravehold
hurts, but
for 3. No, it's fine. I think Gravehold is now safe.
It is, and I think we're actually in with a chance now.
Yeah, and I've got 2 crystals, which I'm just going to gain a charge. It's a bit weak, but that's it. That's me done. 1, 2, 3. Flip the deck over. 4, 5. Okay, so Nemesis goes.
So Venomite.
Play with the lowest life suffers 2 damage.
So
Or discard a prepped spell that costs 3 or more. I think at this stage, I don't know. I think the 2 damage might be safe.
I was going to say take the damage. I suppose you could get how much damage does a lava tendril do?
3 damage.
3.
Get rid of a lava tendril.
Yeah,
So
I'm just thinking. The more damage, it's up to you.
But I'm thinking hit her really hard on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean my essence theft is going to get me a life back.
Yeah, do it. Take the damage.
Take 2 damage.
We just got to keep you alive for another turn.
Yeah, the thing is, even if I die.
Well, no, it's not. We'll cross the exhausted bridge when we come to it. It's not good.
Okay, so down to
bad
3
stuff
health.
happens. Down to 3 health. Okay. And then we remove a power token from the Legion Beacon. And then we get a new card, which is Obliterate. So we unleash twice. So that's 4 husks. And the player with the most opened breaches.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Destroys 4 cards in hand.
Uh-huh.
Or suffers 4 damage. Well,
you can't suffer 4 damage.
That's all right. 2 crystals, a spark, and a Sifter's Pearl. Destroy.
Yeah, that's fine. Destroy him.
Brilliant.
Happy with that, if anything. Could have had that
earlier.
earlier.
That's exactly that's a good thing.
Exactly.
It could have happened at the wrong time, but it happened at the right time. It means you've got no cards for next turn.
No, but so I've prepped.
Okay, right. We're going through the deck again.
We've just got to keep you alive. I've got the crappiest hand ever.
This might be the last time through the deck. Let's see.
See what happens.
Nemesis.
Oh,
that's not what we wanted.
No.
So, Rick, 2 damage or discard a lava tendril. Or essence theft.
What do we think? What's going to happen with the power token coming off?
Gravehold is going to suffer 4 damage.
Is that what's going to happen? That power token going. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, let's take 2 damage down to 1 health.
You're down to 1 health.
Okay. Potentially, that if you die now means we lose all those spells.
Right. So the Legion Beacon goes. We discard half of the husks, rounded up, and Gravehold suffers 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Down to 17.
Now we've got another card to draw.
Okay.
That's
right. Are we ready? It is Rick.
Hey.
Yay.
Did you draw a card?
Did we draw a card?
For the beast?
No, it didn't. It's not Rick.
Draw a card first.
Oh dear.
It's Doomagus.
Is it now?
It's got 1 power token on it. And to discard it and spend 7. No.
It's not going to happen now. So
what happens?
The player with the most charges will suffer 4 damage and lose all of their charges, which is me, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so
cool.
let's Rick, you'll go. Do some bloody damage to her.
Off you go.
Right. 3, 6, 2 lava tendrils. 6 damage to her.
2 lava tendrils. 6 damage to the queen. Down to 17.
Yeah. Lava tendril and a spark. 4 damage off of her.
Lava tendril and a spark. Down to 13.
Essence theft. 4 damage to her. Discard a card in hand with my major talisman, getting me up to 2 health.
She's down to 9 health.
And that's it. That's me done.
That's not a bad turn.
Not bad.
You could get exhausted now.
Yeah.
I've got the worst turn ever coming up, I'm afraid.
Okay. What are you going to do on your turn, Rick?
That was it.
No.
I didn't have any cards.
Oh, you've only got 1 card. You've got a card, haven't you?
No, I discarded it to get health back.
Oh, right. So you don't.
So draw your cards.
Draw your cards. The
Yeah.
next card is the Nemesis. I think Rick's
Shame
dead.
we can't recharge.
Yeah. Rick, you are down to 0.
Why?
Life.
Why? I've got no pep
Oh, no.
spells.
Well, it's either the player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, or any player discards a prepped spell that costs 3 or more.
Which none of us got any prep spells.
None of us have got any spells.
I'm
So
dead.
you're exhausted, right? Hold on.
So we now need to read the rules on exhaustion.
Yeah, give me a second.
It's all right. I've got it here.
I've got it here as well. Okay.
So, exhausted. If a player's life is reduced to 0, the player is exhausted. Resolve the following effects in order. Resolve the Nemesis's Unleash effect twice.
Okay.
So we get 4 husks.
4 husks.
Okay.
Okay. The exhausted player destroys one of their breaches, discarding any spells prepped in that breach.
Get rid of breach 4.
Yeah, it's not even open, so I'll get rid of breach 4. Yeah.
And
any
give
spells
it charges.
prepped in that go. The exhausted player discards all of their charge tokens. You continue playing, but you cannot gain life. And whenever a card is dealt to the player with the lowest life, it always deals that damage to the non-exhausted player with the lowest life. But when an exhausted player does suffer damage, we deal twice that damage to Gravehold instead.
Okay.
So
which includes excess damage when a player initially becomes exhausted. Which there isn't any, because you were on 2, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if all players become exhausted, we lose the game. Right.
Then that's that Venomite's turn.
Is that both Nemesis cards coming out?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
So now we do the Doom Aegis.
Yep.
Which is the player with the most charges suffers 4 damage and loses all of their charges, which is me. So I'm down to 2.
Yep.
That's that gone. And then we get a new card. Well, these are the tier 3 cards. So we have Sunder. Gravehold suffers 4 damage.
Right. This is coming to the wire.
And the player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage.
So that's
you. Me. Sorry. Or...
No. Let Gravehold take the 4 damage.
Or shuffle all of the Nemesis turn order cards back into the turn order deck.
Oh,
so it's going to kill me, and Gravehold suffers 4 damage.
But I think because we know both have gone, Rick's only had 1 turn. We've got 5 player turns before the Nemesis cards come out. We might get her.
We've got 3.
I thought we'd gone for more. Okay. 3 player turns. I've got bugger all, unfortunately, as well. Up to you. It's a gamble either way. I can't do any damage, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's like when we used to play. We played the Legacy version. It really comes down to the wire.
Yeah.
This is tricky because if I get exhausted,
what's the bad thing about it?
Gravehold is actually going to suffer. Great. So if I get exhausted because I'm only on 2 life,
Gravehold takes 2 damage.
Gravehold's going to suffer 4.
No.
Oh, it's double, isn't it? Double.
I think it's double, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to be Gravehold or you, basically.
No.
So put the Nemesis cards back in.
It's put the Nemesis cards back in, or I get exhausted and Gravehold suffers 8 damage.
Yeah, which leaves it with 9.
But
I think is okay.
If you put the Nemesis cards back in, you got to shuffle that. Then the baddie guy, that Venomite, will trigger twice for the person with the least amount of health, which will be you again, which will take you 4 damage anyway. Which will be damage to Gravehold anyway. So we might as well not shuffle the Nemesis cards in and take the.
Yeah, I'd take the damage.
I think I'm going to take it.
One way or another, we're approaching endgame.
So I'm exhausted. Gravehold suffers 4 damage plus the 4 damage from spillover from me. So Gravehold is down to 9. Yeah, this is ramped up massively. I lose a breach.
And charges. And that's
I lose all my charges, and that's it.
That's it. You see. So now we've got 3 turns.
But we have 2 exhausted characters.
Yes.
Right. This is what's going to count now. These 3 turns and the random part of whether the Nemesis card.
Yeah. We've got nothing prepped.
We got nothing prepped.
No charges and anything.
No prep. I'll tell you what.
Right.
I've got a starting hand.
It's wild.
It's wild.
I think we need to take. Let's have a look at what I've got in hand. I have 2 sparks and a Mage's Talisman. So,
Rick, how are you doing for the first turn? For a turn.
Well, I've got a Clouded Sapphire and a one diamond cluster, unfortunately.
What spells have you got in hand?
And a crystal. I've got an Oblivion Swell and a Spark.
So we need to get your spells. We need to get spells prepped, whatever they are.
I think you need to take a turn, Rick.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because that Oblivion Swell, I think, is the best damage output that we have.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to unleash twice too. Thank you very much. We forgot about that. 1, 2.
Can we do that?
3, 4.
When Paul died.
Because I get
I forgot about that. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. Okay, right.
As I said, we're approaching endgame one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my turn then again. I'm going to prep Oblivion Swell in Breach 3.
Yeah.
Put Spark in Breach 2. Right. It's an ally gains a charge, which is a pain, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all pretty much out of charges at the moment.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do Clouded Sapphire for 3, Diamond Cluster for 2, and a Crystal for 1, making me 6, get me 3 charges.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And then somebody else gets a charge because of my Clouded Sapphire. If it's a shame it's not me.
I'll have a charge if that's all right. I'll have a charge if that's okay.
Okay, yep, that's fine.
And then that's me done. Bear in mind, I'm not having another turn.
How? So you got 6 ether?
Yeah.
6 ether is 3 charges?
Yeah.
But then how did you give me a charge?
It's
because
a
of
card
my Clouded Sapphire.
You played a Clouded
Sapphire.
Sapphire, an ally gains a charge. Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you're all done?
Yeah, the problem is now I'm going to have another turn before the Nemesis.
I know. I know. Well, you might. That's the thing. We're relying on the random now, you see. I told you, this is coming to the wire.
Okay, player number 1. That's me. I have no prepped spells.
Play
so
everything.
I prep 2 sparks. I play Mage's Talisman to give you a charge, Rick.
Yep.
And me.
So I'm prepped.
I then do double Shifter's Pearl, so we can all do the thing twice by looking at the top card of our deck.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That.
I don't really know at this stage.
How much health has he got? 9.
It's got 9 health. I'm going to discard it. And then I'm going to keep that. Okay. Have you done the Sifter's Pearl twice?
Oh, twice.
Twice? Yeah. Double Sifter's Pearl. So I've then got 4, which I'm going to use to get 2 more charges. Right.
Okay.
That is my go done. John.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to prep up my Arcane Nexus.
Arcane Nexus.
Arcane Nexus.
So if we survive, if we get to do this damage.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to prep up a spark because I can.
I think if it's my turn, I'm going to do 8 damage. Annoyingly.
Yeah. Right. So I've got
9.
I'm going to do the same. I've got 3 crystals, so I'm going to do the same as before.
Which was what?
Because I've got the Arcane Nexus, I'm going to spend 2 on a charge.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then take 1 back and spend another 2 on a charge.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Right. So
we're prepped.
2 are wild. 2 are wild. 2 are wild.
So I have been saying all along how I love this game and how I love everything about the game. The one downside of the game, and I'm not saying this should be changed in any way, is the randomness of this deck. Because if we get lucky now at this very, very end of the game and we draw our cards, we win. If we draw the Nemesis cards,
I still have 8 health.
We might not die.
We might not die. We might not die. But some games can literally come down to the order of these cards.
Well, we did the legacy. This happened all the time.
It did.
It's just how it works.
It's just the game. It's the game. But it's been brilliant. Right. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready?
Drum roll.
Shall I shuffle them again? I'll shuffle them again. Right.
The stress.
And the next card will be revealed after this advert break.
It's a message from our sponsors.
Are we ready? It's the Nemesis.
Oh, of course it is.
Oh, bugger.
Now, the player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Both of us are exhausted.
So that's me.
So it's you. So
that's fine. I've got 8, remember?
Yeah, okay.
6.
But now we get another card.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good because it's an enemy.
Don't we do the Have we done the Venomite?
We've done the Venomite and you took 2 damage.
Venomite, 2 damage.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's a big bad minion. But the good news is, we don't care. It doesn't do anything right now.
That's it. Don't care.
Right, come on, next card.
Although, don't we still have to kill the minions to win?
No.
No, don't say things
Where
like
did you get that rule from?
Pretty sure we do. But anyway.
Don't, come on.
Player number 1. I haven't got my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to do double spark on the Queen.
Yeah.
The Queen is down to 7. Okay?
Oh no, Nemesis has 0 life. We do just have to kill her.
Yeah. Okay. I am then going to... Now. Oh. Right.
Do whatever damage you can, Paul. That's the priority.
I could cast one of your 2 spells.
Well,
I wanted to.
Do my Arcane Nexus. Well, we don't know who's going to come next, do we?
Exactly. There's no point doing it if your card is drawn next.
Yeah, don't do mine because.
But I don't want to do yours because I don't have a good gem to discard.
No, and I've got 4 charges to do mine
twice.
Oh!
I'm going to use 2 to gain a charge. I am then going to use all of my charges. Who wants 4 cards?
You do, so you can get a good gem?
No, it's an ally.
Oh, that again. We've had this conversation before.
So go on, Rick. You have 4 cards.
Oh, go on then. Not that I'm much help, I don't think. But...
Because you might draw something good for your Oblivion Swell.
I didn't.
Right. I'm then going to just I'll just buy a charge. But that's it for me. I think I'm not doing anything else. Right.
What's the next card?
Here we go. Are we all ready?
Still. You zoomed in, Paul.
I'm zoomed in. Yeah.
Down to 7.
Calm down. Right. The next card is John.
My go. Oh, cool. So it was good that we didn't cast my spell. Okay, so let's do 5 damage on her anyway.
So she's down to 2 health.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's pretty much all I can do, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm going to prep up. I'm prepping an Oblivion Swell.
Yeah.
Prepping a Spark.
We've got this.
Yeah, well,
I'm discarding a Focusing Orb.
To heal Gravehold for 3?
4. 3. Yeah, for 3.
So Gravehold is back to 12.
And then I've got 3 to spend. Can that do anything at all that's useful?
No,
not really.
Not at this stage.
I'll buy a Sifter's Pearl.
Oh, come on, man.
Right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yay.
We win.
Right, I'm going to cast. I've got to cast.
So no, I want to go.
Who wants to do the killing? But I could do it.
I can't. I haven't got anything.
Paul, you can't kill it. Rick, go on. Because you can cast somebody else's spell as well, can't you?
I'll do 1 damage with my Spark.
There you go. She's down to 1.
Down to 1.
And then Oblivion Swell for the win.
Yeah, for 2. But I wanted to Black Mirror it and do a Diamond Cluster because I could up to like 10 damage or whatever.
Nice.
Fine.
Nice.
Hey. Gosh.
This is a brilliant game. Absolutely
2 hours, 10 minutes as well. That's not bad, considering the remote play down is a bit of it as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, the remote play. No, it wouldn't. It would have been a little bit quicker in person. But the fact is,
but not much. It's worked quite well.
Once you said you're done with your turn, because I'm not managing your deck, I just go right. You're done. You do your.
Yeah, you managing the deck would have stretched this out a long way.
Yeah, because I'd have had to fiddle with the cards. So I hope people watching this. I hope it was worthwhile because, as we say, I wasn't managing their decks. I was just playing their cards when they played them, and I was managing my own deck. But I thought it worked really well, remote play.
Yep. I don't think that could have come closer. I really don't.
No.
Well, we had 2 mages exhausted. You were still on 6 life.
I theoretically, because of the Venomite, I don't think I could survive another.
I'm just going to draw this next card because if the Nemesis would have had another turn,
let's see what
you would have suffered 2 damage. That's fine.
Yep, so that would take me down.
It would have
4.
unleashed twice. That's fine.
Yep.
Let's see what the card would have been. Now I think
unleashes twice more.
I think if it ever gets 15 husks,
if it gets 15, so it would have taken us. I mean, literally to the wire. It was us or her at that point.
And the next card was Nemesis.
Yeah.
So literally we had a 50-50 chance. Well, no, we had a we had a 1 in 3 chance of the game losing. Then okay, that was fantastic. Yeah, really good.
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
So thank you very much to you two for joining in. Unfortunately, and I say this all the time, this is a game I want to play more of. It's so tense. It's so good. The variability is massive.
I should have gone a kickstart on the second Legacy. I didn't. Should have done.
Well, it's not. I mean, I really recommend playing New Age because it has the same story type of stuff you had in Legacy.
Okay.
Right.
And it has envelopes and things, but it's effectively a new core game. It's a reboot. It's a reboot of the base game, and it will throw your Legacy cards into it as well.
Right. I've got War Eternal. And I've got loads of the smaller expansions that came with it. I've got
so you've now got 2 more. You've now got 3 more big box expansions with another 9 small box ones. Wow. So your next one should be New Age, though. I do reckon. I think knowing what I know about you and the story side, go for New Age.
Okay.
Yep.
But there you go. If you do not own Aeon's End, then you've seen how it plays. And this is just the base game. So we haven't thrown in any of the extra content today. Yep. It's just the base game. But as John is saying, if you don't own Aeon's End and you're looking to get into it, possibly start with the Legacy. Or if you're looking for a core set, recommend New Age rather than the original.
New Age also takes up the story from where Legacy leaves off. I won't say any more.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
It literally picks up the story from the end of Legacy as well.
Right. Yeah, cool. But this was good with Carapace Queen. I've only played against a couple of the other ones before. But yeah, all of the different nemesis that you face, they're all different. They all have special rules. Yeah, they all work in a very different way, which is quite thematic.
And it always comes to the wire.
And it always does seem to come to the wire. Yeah, it's really, really well balanced and stuff.
Well balanced, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And it's cooperative. Yeah, very, very good. Right, we are all done. I will say goodbye to you two. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will speak to you both later on.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
There you go. That's that gone. And yeah, thank you to everybody for watching. I didn't mention this at the start, but this is obviously not a sponsored video. I've basically given up my weekend to do lots of live streams. There's going to be more later on today. If you like the content that I create, please consider supporting me over at patreon.com, because it's the Patreon funds which has basically made all of this possible. So yeah, I couldn't do this without the help of my Patreon supporters. So thank you very much. Patreon.com/gaming rules if you want to support the channel. I will be back in 45 minutes time with something very different from this. I will be doing a live interactive playthrough of one of the fantasy game books. It's called Heroes of Aeon. That will be live on the channel in 45 minutes time. A fantasy game book where I'm going to be reading through it, and the audience are going to be making the decisions on, where I go. So that's going to be happening in 45 minutes time. And then if you're interested, 4 p.m. UK time later on this afternoon, I'm going to be doing another playthrough. This is Trails of Tucana, which is a game that you can play along at home. So if you're not doing anything at 4 o'clock this afternoon, join me here on the channel, and all you need to do is print off the map from their website, and I'll put a link to it in the video. I will teach you how to play, and then you can play along, and we'll all play along together. So that's happening at 4 o'clock today. Right, I'm going to go for breakfast. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.